wanted to go see my favorite movie today. But no, everything is your fault and your shoes are stupid too. I shouldn't have to research a product online when I want to buy it. You should just tell me. That's the problem with people today, is that you're so full of
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. Well, it all started when I began working in retail. I have this idea where everyone in their life should have to work some sort of customer service job, either in retail or the food industry. And no, not for like a month or two. I'm talking at least a year. Yes, 1 full year. Only then can one really understand what annoying customers are really like. Back in my early years of college, I got a job working at the Home Mart as a cashier. And let me just start out by saying I honestly have no problem with the Home Mart. They're a great company and have provided me with a job to come back to during college breaks. So what's the big deal, right? It's not the company I have a problem with. It's the customers! You would think by now in 2020 that customers would have a more level-headed approach to shopping, and that all of those customer service memes are just overly exaggerated. Nope, it's all real, all of it is real. When I was a young, naive little boy that had absolutely no idea how the world worked, I'd see retail employees being grouchy or in a bad mood, and I'd always tell myself, if I was in that position, I would be the nicest cashier ever. Well, working in retail, you learn a few things about yourself, like how to improve your people skills, how to manage your time better, or how long your patience can be tested. As a cashier, you literally had every job in the store. If there were too many of you up at the front end, boom, you were pulled apart and sent to do some obscure task like loading tools into customer vehicles, restocking shelves, scrubbing the parking lot, or watering plants. Because that's exactly what I was hired to do. Get this. Due to short staffing, there were even those days you were thrown into different departments to help out and assist, even though that's not in the job description as a cashier. But you know what? None of that mattered. Just give it your best judgment. Because, you don't have a choice.
Yeah, I'm in a huge hurry. Give me something that'll help out for a paint job with my car.
Yeah, no problem. Let's see here. Paint for a car. Cars get washed, so we need paint that's washable. Yes, here you go. Washable paint. Yeah, weird. I guess I didn't know paint associate and cashier fell into the same category. Don't I know you from somewhere? My favorite was working the self-checkout. Oh, and by favorite, I mean it was my only sense of sanity because it literally ran itself. Well, I mean there'd be those imbeciles that would do stuff like this.
Unexpected item in bag, unexpected item in bag, unexpected item in unexpected item, unexpected item in bag. Remove this.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I hovered this item over the bagging area, and I don't see a barcode.
Huh. Yeah, you're right. I don't see one either. Wait, no, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't, no.
Well, I guess that means it's free then.
Sundays were definitely our busiest days because we had this thing called the church rush, which happened at around 11 to 1 when everyone was getting out of church at the same time. And you did not want to be working during the church rush. We'd have screaming kids and grouchy parents who were very rude and difficult to deal with, like, didn't you just come from church, where you're taught to be kind and respectful? Love thy neighbor, treat thy with respect, and be kind to all walks of life on this earth. Oh, except if they work at the Home Mart, then destroy them! Corinthians 13:9. Home Mart also offers the military discount, which is 10% off of the total price for people who show their military ID to a cashier. And I'm actually happy they do. It's a nice little way of giving back. But, of course, there were those people who were so dependent on that, like their whole worlds revolved around it, trying to get that discount anywhere they go. I have this one guy that comes in that buys a screw that costs literally 6 cents and asks for the military discount. Of course, the computer did not even put the discount in, and it didn't even show up on the receipt. Because, last I checked, I'm pretty sure fractions of pennies don't exist.
You kids are so disrespectful. I fought in Vietnam in the Navy, and you're not gonna give me my military discount?
Jeez, Pops, chill out. But every now and then we'd have people freak out over the smallest minute detail, and I mean freak out. So get this. This customer at one of the self-checkout machines waves me over and questions the price of this doorknob he wants to buy. I tell him the price of it, and he says he doesn't believe me and insists I walk back to where all the other doorknobs were so that he can prove me wrong, I guess. But before I head out, I place a closed sign on the self-checkout register and follow the customer. Long story short, we locate the doorknob and, I was right about the price. But anyway, when I return, I notice the closed sign I had put on that self-checkout machine is now in the trash. And this random guy comes up to me and asks,
Did I just pay for this?
Did you just pay for what? And he hands me the receipt with the doorknob the previous customer had scanned on it, and I'm like, oh no. Just the doorknob was on his receipt. Nothing else. I put 2 and 2 together, and what must have happened was this guy comes up to the closed register, looks at the screen with the doorknob on it, and pays for the doorknob. He didn't even scan any of his other stuff. Why the closed sign was in the trash, I have no idea, but even if the sign wasn't there, you don't just go up to a closed self-checkout with something already scanned on it and pay for it.
Hey, I didn't scan this. Oh well, might as well buy it.
So I calmly and quietly say, yes. Okay, maybe that last part didn't happen, but you get the idea. I guess the point I'm trying to make with this video, if it even had a point at all, is that retail workers are people too. Treat them with respect, and you'll find that it goes both ways. Oh, it's just a dream. Huh.
It's a good thing, too. Otherwise, this video would be very disrespectful. Ah!